Hey, this is Ross, TrucutCNC, and in this video we're going to talk about how to pierce holes in the center of a circle instead of cutting the hole. So that might be useful for marking a center point to drill a hole or punch a hole later on. So let's get started. So we have 4 holes here. We're going to center pierce these holes. We'll do an inside contour on this one and an outside contour on this one. Okay, so we're going to create 3 layers here. So let's do inside layer, inside, outside, and we'll rename this one to pierce. Okay, so there's our layers. So these holes here are going to go in the pierce layer. Move to layer, pierce, they're already there. This bigger hole is going to go on the inside layer, and this will go on the outside layer. Move to layer outside. Okay, so we're just going to check and make sure that our start points are in the right place. We go into node edit mode by hitting the N, and our start point's at that lower left corner, and that's pretty good. Back to select mode. Okay, so now when we lay out our toolpath, what we want to do is, for the holes, instead of using a plasma tool, we're going to use, or a profile toolpath, we're going to use a drilling toolpath. Okay, and for the tool, we're going to select the center pierce tool out of the tool list. Okay, and that's all we need to do is select that tool. Now, use vector selection order. What that means is it will drill these or pierce them in the order I select them, or I can just use the selector right here. So we'll use the selector, we'll say pierce, and calculate. Now you can see it created that point right in the middle. Okay, so now we hit close. Now we're going to do 2 contour tool paths. And we select the tool, we'll select a 45 amp, 12 gauge. And we'll do an inside offset. And for our leads, we'll do a circular 0.2 and 0.4. Hit the selector, select the inside, and calculate. Now we'll do one more. This is going to be an outside. Oh, close that. One more. This is going to be an outside. Same tool. And our lead this time is going to be a straight line lead at 0 degrees. 0.4 is fine. We'll use our selector again to select the outside. And hit calculate. And there's our lead at the corner right there. So that looks pretty good. And that's how you lay out, that's how you're going to lay out your tool path. Now when I go to save this, I'm just going to go ahead and save it, and it will drill the holes first, or center punch the holes first, then cut the profile, the inner profile, and then cut the outer profile. So in the next video we'll talk about how to nest these and how to create how to nest them and how to keep the parts together. In other words, how to keep how to cut all of this part and then go on to the next part. And you remember we used create merge toolpath in a previous video. Well, we can't do that here because we have different tools. In fact, if we try to do that, we get an error. Requires all the tools. The tool paths have the same tool. So, and that's the solution to that is copying and arraying the tool path. And I'll look for the next video on that.